What's up guys, Taylor Abishan here, and lately I've been having a ton of trouble with my mid-range game. With the Inka coming out, I'm just really not sure what molds I want to bag. They all kind of do similar things, so I actually filled my bag up with every infinite mid-range that I own. Shout out to them, and we are just gonna get in the field, throw all these molds, show you how they fly, kind of learn them together, and we're gonna figure out which ones I want to bag. So let's get to it. So real quick, we're gonna go over today's contestants. We have a couple Anubises, an I-blend Anubis, as well as a C-blend Anubis. We've got a few Color Glow Chariots, as well as an I-blend Chariot. And here we have the Inkas. These are just the Glow P-blend Inkas. I don't have the I-blend in just yet, but I do love the feel of these. So if anything did make my bag, I bet it would be those. And finally, we have some raws. We have a Proto Raw, some C-blend raws, and then a Metal Flake raw to round things out. So let's get to throwing these, see how they fly. So we're gonna start with understable first. I'm gonna throw the I-blend Anubis, then the C-blend, work our way up from there. Man, that's pretty, that's so straight. All right, here's the C-blend. Pulled that a little bit, but it really just held that line. A little nose up. Nice and straight though. Alright, so this Chariot's been in my bag for a while. This one's super beat up, so I know this one's very understable. Start on some hyzers. You can see that one just popped up and held to the right. These other three Color Glow are a lot more like a brand new one, so it should be pretty straight. Held over for just a little bit and then fought back. See if we can get these ones a little flatter. Got nice and straight, and then just that gentle finish at the end. Hold that one a little bit, and you actually see it stood up to it and kind of held up, didn't really turn over, just fought back a little bit. And the I-blends, for whatever reason, are actually a lot more overstable. So let's give this one a rip. A little high, but you can tell that one came out with a lot of snap, and it just held straight and then dumped out at the end. All right, so let's get the Inkas in there. Not gonna put too much stock into that throw. That's more like it. Just dead straight with that gentle finish. More the same, a little higher, but really consistently just straight to stable. All right, now onto the raws. I'm gonna start out with this Proto Raw. A little more hyzer than I meant to put on it, but they just held it and kind of dumped out. Pretty short too. Let's go into the C-blend. You see those just pull the hyzer all the way to the ground. Other C-blend. That one's been in my bag a while, so it's a little beat up. You can see that one's kind of held straight. And on the Metal Flake, I'm actually going to put a little Annie on this and see how it takes it. Alright, hold that one a little bit, but you can see it held that in and then fought out back to hyzer. All right, so I just went and picked all those up. One thing that surprised me is they all went just about the same distance, just a touch over 300. So typically the Anubis is a little shorter for me. It is a little slower. So either I'm throwing a little nose up today. We do have a little bit of headwind, but that's just one thing to note is they all actually went right around the same distance. I did quickly want to just kind of go over the molds and the hand feel and plastics they're in, just to kind of give you guys a better idea of what these molds are like. So this is the raw. It has a very kind of rounded bottom edge into that bead. So so it's really chunky in the hand. It really fills up the hand a lot and kind of makes you feel like you're throwing an overstable mid, which it is. That is one thing to notice. If you don't like a bigger mid-range in your hand, or you don't like a bead on a mid-range, the raw is probably not going to be for you. It's available in this Metal Flake C blend as well as the regular C blend, and I really don't see a difference in stability between the two. They're both pretty overstable mid-ranges. So that is the raw. Moving on to the other beaded mid-range, the Inka. This isn't out quite yet. It's going to be an I blend as well as this new Glow P blend plastic that's kind of more of a base plastic. It's really stiff. Think of like a McPro Rock 3 or like a KC Pro Rock. It is very, very similar to a rock. You can see, unlike the raw, it has kind of that shallow cut into the bead instead of being rounded on the bottom. So it kind of caves in here to the bead. Feels really good in the hand. The bead does make it feel a little chunkier to me like the raw. So kind of has that bigger feel in your hand. Again, if you don't like a bead, you're probably not going to like the Inka. But if you're a rock thrower or a rock 3 thrower, you're going to love this disc. It really just kind of pops up to straight. And a good thing about it is in this base plastic, it will beat up a lot quicker than say a C blend. So you can really kind of iterate on these and cycle them in your bag. Moving on to the Chariot. This is in the Glow C blend as well as the I blend. Like I said, the I blend is actually a lot more stable, brand new. So it probably beats up a lot quicker than the Glow C blend, but that is one thing to note, that it is pretty overstable, similar to a raw out of the box in the I blend. The Chariot is more of kind of your modern mid-range, a lot like a Buzz or an MD3 or say like an EMAC Truth. It does have a micro bead on it that's not super noticeable in the hand, but you can see it's not too chunky on the bottom, just kind of tapers down into the edge. It's actually a really fast mid. I'd almost call it like a 5.5 speed. It goes really far usually for me. So the Glow C blend plastic is nice and gummy, has a good feel to it, kind of the opposite of that Glow P blend stiffness. So whichever one you like there. The Glow P blend is actually a little gummier than the C blend, which is also pretty gummy as well. So just kind of personal preference there. But if you are a Buzz thrower or an EMAC thrower, you would love the Chariot. And last but not least, we have the Anubis. This is similar to a Mako from Innova, or maybe like a Fuse from Latitude 64. It is super controllable and actually is my most recommended disc to beginners, just because this will last you, from your first disc to have something that'll go straight, won't dump out on you, and can hold a turnover into, even like pro arm speeds where they're going to flip it up and use it as like a control mid, but still could get a lot of use for them for sure. But it is beadless and then nice and round on the bottom, super controllable disc. Love the Anubis. So after looking at all these molds kind of more in depth, I am going to throw them one more time, put a flight tracker on them so you can really see how they fly, and hopefully get kind of the exemplary flight out of each of these molds that we're looking for. So let's get to it. All right, we're going to start out with the Anubis. I'm going to put a gentle turnover on it, and you can kind of watch how it holds that throughout the flight. All right, next we're going to throw the Chariot. Just throw it straight and watch it hold that angle. All right, next up we got the Inka. Should be pretty similar to the Chariot, honestly, maybe a little bit more finish to it, but the main difference between those two is the feel in the hand. Finally, we got the raw. This should be the most overstable of the bunch. So I came out here really with two goals. The main one being just to show you guys kind of the infinite mid lineup, what you can expect there, and see if anyone might kick a mold out of your bag. The other was to find out what I was going to bag. I've kind of had a revolving door of mid-ranges here, especially with the Inka coming out and kind of challenging some things that were in my bag. So I think for now, I am going to bag the Inka. It being in a more base plastic that I can beat up and cycle more efficiently than really any of the other mids is a big factor in that. I can have one that's straight to stable, straight, and then understable as well. And a complement to that, on the more overstable side, I'm going to keep the raw in the bag just to keep that similar beaded feel, as well as just have the overstable complement to it. Let me know if this video helped you guys, seeing all the mids in action and what they fly like for me, and you can kind of get a better idea of what they might fly like for you, and kind of an in-depth look at how they feel in the hand and the plastics available as well. We can do this from distance drivers to fairways to putters if that's something you guys are interested in. So just comment below and let me know. Speaking of, be sure to subscribe, share, turn on the bell, whatever all the real YouTubers say. I'm almost to 100 subscribers, so a big milestone there. Thank you guys for that. Thanks for watching. Hopefully some more content like this and still reviews coming in the future as well. So thank y'all for watching.